in the garden now, we find the chairman of the Athletic Commission, Bob Christenberry, speaking to attentive Toots Shore. And there's the current heavyweight champion, Jersey Joe Walcott, and J. Edgar Hoover, Stuart Symington on his left.
Now, fellow sports fans, this can be most any kind of a fight. Sensational, good, bad, or boring. Round one, the bell on Dunphy.
Thank you, Bill Coram. Good evening, everyone. They circle each other. Lewis goes into a half crouch. He's much the taller of Marciano. Besides being 25 3/4 pounds heavier, he takes a light right hand of the midsection. They're on the ropes just above us. Marciano holding Lewis there. And Marciano is ripped with a hard left hook, another left hook to the jaw. He returns the right to the head as they're still above us. And Lewis rips both hands to the body. Then Marciano comes back with a solid right to the midsection. They're toe to toe, shoulder to shoulder, and head to head. And finally, Ruby Goldstein has to get them apart. Lewis crouches, jabs hard to the chin with that solid left, bangs both hands to the midsection. Marciano holds on, then Lewis holds on. Now they're parted again. Marciano's not been able to do much. He takes a hard jab on the nose, gets away from another jab, and goes into a clinch, misses a sweeping left hand throw to the body. Marciano on top of Lewis, hooks the left hand. Another one is parried in midair by Joe Lewis. Lewis feints the left hand. Marciano takes a hard jab on the chin, moves in with a solid left hook to the jaw of Joe Lewis. Lewis backing towards the ropes, a bit wary, good counter-puncher as ever, putting a jab on the nose of Marciano. Lewis's problem is to straighten up the crouching Marciano. Marciano rips a smashing right to the jaw, and Lewis returns the fire with a solid left to the head. Marciano holds Lewis against the ropes, hooks the left on the chin, pounds the right to the body. And again, the referee gets them apart. A minute and 10 seconds gone in this fight so far. Round one, scheduled for 10 at Madison Square Garden. Lewis out of the half crouch. It may end any time. Lewis, a hard jab on the chin of Marciano. Puts a short right to the chin. Goes in close. They tie each other up. Marciano struggles around. Can't get his hands free. And finally, Ruby Goldstein gets them apart. Marciano moving around Lewis now. Lewis's jab is over the head. Marciano pulls his way in close. Can't land. Takes a short right to the body. Pulls his way in. Takes a short right on the chin from Joe Lewis. Marciano is blocked inside. He bangs the right hand to the body. Again, they tie each other up, and Ruby comes over and tells them, all right, and they get apart again. Marciano moving towards his own corner, moving around Lewis. Lewis jabs the left hand. Hasn't done much with his right hand so far. Lewis takes a solid right uppercut to the jaw and a right hand to the body. Falls on top of Marciano, who holds him against the ropes. Marciano sprawling into Lewis as he goes in there. Now they're at long range again. Less than a minute to go in round one. Marciano out of that half crouch now. Lewis straightens up, puts a jab on the chin, bangs a hard right hand to the body of Marciano. Marciano pulls his way in close, smashes the right to the jaw. Takes a hard left hook to the mouth by Joe Lewis. Tit for tat and even exchange. Lewis, a short right hand on the chin, a chopping right to the jaw by Lewis. A hard left hook to the mouth by Lewis that hurt. And Marciano bangs back with a right hand to the ribs. And the battling has all been at short range. Marciano trying to neutralize Lewis's advantage in weight and reach in there by moving in close. He takes a light jab on the chin from Lewis. A hard left hook on the mouth by Lewis. Marciano has Lewis on the ropes, but Lewis beats him to the punch. A short left and a right to the jaw. And Marciano seems to be bleeding from around the nose. He takes another left hook. Takes a left and a right to the jaw. Marciano hurts. Daggers Lewis with a right to the chin. Lewis almost goes down. And here is Bill Coram to tell you more about that exciting round.
Well, the excitement, Don, came right at the bell. Lewis was nailed with a right hand, almost went down and grabbed Marciano to hold his feet. I'm looking at him as I talk to you. He seems to be perfectly clear, but he got nailed with Marciano's best punch, which is a swinging right hand, and it landed absolutely solidly. Now we're waiting for the bell for round two. Joe looks up to see what round it is. Here it is. Here's Don.
All right, Phil, it's round two, all right. Marciano comes out a bit gingerly, more confidently, hooks the left on the chin. Lewis stabs him with the left on the mouth. Marciano pulls his way in close, bangs a short right to the ribs, pushes Lewis into the ropes rather disdainfully. The old brown bomber puts two jabs on the chin. Marciano moves into a clinch, and they tie each other up on the inside. A solid right hand to the head by Marciano, following a left hook on the mouth. Marciano, more aggressive than he had been in the first round, takes a jab on his chin, hurts Lewis with a solid left hand to the head, a left over the head by Marciano. He whirls Lewis around, bangs him on the left shoulder with a right hand. Marciano trying for the knockout, bangs that right hand to the ribs. He's on top of Lewis all the way in this round so far. Lewis has not been able to get started so far, but he looks very, very serious in there. When the bomber looks serious, look out. He misses a left hand over the head. Marciano, a difficult target for Lewis right now. He's much the shorter. Takes 2 jabs on the chin, Marciano does. Lewis rips the right to the body. Takes a solid right to the jaw by Marciano. Marciano's left is in close. Another left hook on the chin by Marciano. And they struggle around just above our microphone. Marciano whips a wicked right hand that barely grazed the chin of Lewis. Lewis takes a solid right hand to the body. Brings in a short left hand on the jaw of Marciano. Less than 2 minutes to go in this round. Round 2, scheduled for 10 at Madison Square Garden. A smashing right high on the head by Marciano. He's holding Lewis against the ropes above our microphone again. Lewis is in with a jab on the chin, a left hook to the mouth by Lewis. A smashing right hand to the midsection by Marciano. He's holding the ex-champion against the ropes, and they exchange hard blows there. Marciano comes back with a left hook on the mouth. Lewis shortens up with a short right on the chin. Marciano bangs the right hand to the midsection. They're still in the same spot. A hard left hook to the jaw by Lewis, and Marciano bangs the left and a right to the jaw. The lateral right uppercut, another right uppercut to the jaw by Marciano. Lewis is staggered, but he doesn't go down, and he pushes Marciano away from him. Lewis fighting for his fistic life in there. Takes a smashing right to the jaw that buckles his knees. Lewis hooks the right, takes the right hand to the body. A left hook to the jaw by Marciano. Another right to the ribs by Marciano, and Lewis is in real trouble. But he fires back with a left hook to the jaw. Marciano is short right on the chin of Lewis. Holds him against the rope. Lewis takes a wicked right hand smash to the body by Marciano. And now there are about 55 seconds left to go in the round. Marciano is tagged with a smashing right to the jaw by Lewis. Marciano was hurt that time, but he pushes Lewis away from him, gets back out of there for a bit of breath and air. And there's not too much air in this ring, a packed house at Madison Square Garden. Lewis, a jab on the chin, and Marciano, a solid right to the head. Lewis, a left hook on the mouth. A short chop to the jaw by Lewis. Marciano starts the right, pulls it back, then misses with it as he throws it again. And then he puts a short right to the midsection of Joe Lewis. Lewis holding on to Marciano now, chops down on his head with a right, misses the right throw to the body as Marciano in a crouch pulls his way in close into a clinch. Comes back with a hard left hook on the mouth of Lewis. And it's been a whale of a heavyweight fight here at the Garden. A great fight. A smashing right to the body by Marciano. Lewis hooks the left on the chin, and Marciano hooks the left to the jaw at the bell.
Round 3 done.
All right, Bill, round 3 it is. Lewis gets out there gingerly, sticks out a left hand that's short of the mark. Marciano feints the left hook. Lewis blocks the imaginary punch. Lewis feints that left, takes a hard left hook, another left hook to the jaw by Marciano. The second one was a grazing punch without too much power behind it. Marciano moving along the ropes. Lewis seeking to set him up as his right hand up in front of his chin. Stabs the left hand on the jaw, blocks the right throw to his body, and takes a sweeping right uppercut to the jaw by Marciano. A hard punch. Marciano, a left hook on the mouth. Marciano moving in on Lewis now. Lewis feints the left hand, sticks out a left that's short of the mark, stabs hard with the left hand on the chin, and that's a devastating left one to land. Swinging right to the jaw by Marciano, nails Lewis, and Lewis comes back with a short left on the chin. Marciano misses a haymaking right. Off the ropes, they go out into the center of the ring again. Lewis keeps that right hand up very high, stabs the left on the chin, takes a short right to the body by Marciano. Marciano in a clinch, then he pushes Lewis away from him. Lewis, a jab on the chin. Marciano takes the right high on the head as he ducks under the punch. Lewis charges the left hand, puts a jab on the chin, blocks the right throw to his head by Marciano. A left hook on the mouth by Joe Lewis. Marciano doesn't seem to have the pep he had in the first 2 rounds, but maybe he's biding his time in this one. Marciano keeps his gloves moving in front of him, takes a jab on the chin, gets away from 2 more jabs by Lewis. Ducking under them. A wild swinging right hand by Marciano fails to find Lewis, who ducks out of the way in time. Lewis, a hard left hook on the jaw that hurts Marciano. A jab on the chin, a right to the jaw by Joe Lewis. And Marciano was hurt a little bit that time. Not too much, but a little bit. They were hard punches. Lewis, a jab on the chin. Marciano misses the right. Marciano is getting wild. He's losing his savoir-faire in there. There's a jab on the chin again by Joe Lewis. Lewis, the experienced battler of old, moving in on Marciano, jabbing it, a left on the chin, taking a left hook to the mouth, and a winging right to the jaw by Marciano. That nails Lewis on the ropes on the far side of the ring. Marciano feints the left hand. 1 minute to go in this round. Lewis, a jab on the chin, an overhand right to the head by Marciano. Marciano takes a short right to the chin, bangs the right hand, and then a left to the body, holding Lewis against the ropes as he does. And Ruby Goldstein doing a good job as ever as the referee gets him apart. Marciano moving around. Lewis takes a hard left jab on the chin, gets away from another left jab. Marciano is stabbed with that left hand on the chin again. And Lewis a short right uppercut. Lewis' advantage in the reach is beginning to tell now. Marciano is having trouble finding Lewis, and Lewis is finding him more often than not with that left hand. A winging right to the jaw by Marciano barely grazes the whiskers. They're on the far side of the ring away from us now. Marciano whips out a right hand. That's as wild as a March hare. Misses by about a foot. Lewis just stands there and stabs him with that left hand. Lewis is off balance from a left hook. Back towards the ropes. Here's Marciano, aggressive, moving in and grazing the chin with the right hand. And Lewis coming back with a short right hand on the mouth after Marciano's off balance. Marciano drops his left hand down low, starts in, and throws the right hand that lands on the chin of Lewis and pulls his way into the ropes with Lewis. Lewis is coming on now, though. He seems the stronger of the two at this point. All right, it's round 4, and Marciano gets out there quickly. Lewis circles him a little bit. They pull out with left hands. There's Marciano coming in with a light left hook on the jaw of Lewis. Lewis stabs him on the chin. Marciano moves in close, banging a right hand to the body, missing a left hand thrown to the chin of Joe Lewis. Marciano's nose is very red. He takes another jab in there, puts a short right hand to the midsection of Joe Lewis. Marciano feints the left hand, feints it again. Lewis stabs him with that left on the mouth, stabs him again. A harder left jab to the nose, brings blood from the nose of Rocky Marciano. A spearing left hand by Lewis brought the first blood of the fight. Marciano ducks under a left hand, brings up a left that's wide of the mark. He goes into a clinch, comes out of it again. It's been a clean fight. Lewis, 2 more left jabs on the chin, and then Marciano counters with a solid right to the jaw. Lewis misses that left hand twice. Marciano pulling his head back just in time. Lewis jabs him on that chin with that left hand. It's a hard jab to get away from. Marciano takes it on the forehead again. He's bothered by that left hand, no question. He takes a ripping right to the body and pours back his own right hand to the midsection of Joe Lewis. Marciano feints the left hand. Lewis bangs down on the body with the right hand. Blocks the right thrown at his midsection by Marciano. 2 minutes to go in this round 4. There's a jab on the chin by Marciano. Lewis jabs him again and again with that left hand and then takes a grazing right uppercut to the jaw. Lewis moves off the ropes near that microphone out into the center. Blocks the right throw to his body. Lewis 2 short rights to the mouth. Then a left hook and 2 more jabs on the chin. And Marciano was wild and mad in there as he misses the right hand by another foot. There's Lewis coming on now, stabbing him again and again with that left hand. Again it rips in there, a hard jab on the nose of Marciano. And the nose is bleeding and he's hurt around the nose. And he takes a right to the body and fires back with his own right to the midsection of Joe Lewis. Lewis is gradually but definitely cutting down Marciano with a left hand. 2 more jabs on the nose, a right to the body by Lewis. And Marciano can't untrack himself in this round at all. He brings up a right uppercut to the jaw, nailing Lewis on the way in. Lewis is now pushing Marciano into the ropes, but Marciano pulls his way out into the center and stands shoulder to shoulder with Lewis. Mauls him a little bit and is settling down into a club fight now. Lewis a short right uppercut on the chin. Marciano is right is wide of the mark. And he comes in with a left hook and a straight right to the jaw that grazed the chin of Lewis. There's a hard right uppercut to the jaw by Marciano this time. And Lewis bangs back with a right to the body, a left hook on the jaw. They're shoulder to shoulder and toe to toe again. And there's a hard left hook on the head by Marciano. Marciano takes a right to the body, a left hook to the jaw. And it's all Lewis right now. Lewis 2 more lefts and rights to the jaw of Marciano. Marciano just stands there, but he comes up with a left hook to the head, takes a right to the body by Lewis. And about 30 seconds left to go in this round. Lewis pumps his head back with that right hand again. A smashing right to the jaw by Marciano this time. But Lewis returns with a left and a right to the head. Marciano misses the right uppercut after scoring with a left hook. Marciano is in real trouble as Lewis belts him again and again on the inside. A right uppercut to the jaw. Straightens up Marciano's head. But Marciano comes back with a right to the jaw. A left hook to the jaw of Joe Lewis. Marciano pulls his way in close and they tie each other up on the inside. Lewis takes a right high on the head and a left hook to the jaw at the bell. Round 5, the halfway mark of this 10-round bout coming up. Lewis moving in there, takes a hard left hook on the jaw by Marciano. Marciano still full of fight, but taking quite a battering as the rounds go along. He sweeps the air with the right hand after being off balance from 2 left jabs. Lewis is short with another left hand. Lewis feints the left hand, keeps that right hand wide, ready to fire it to the chin. Marciano is wild with the left hand. Lewis stabs him again on the chin with that left jab, a hard, potent left hand, equivalent to a smashing right by another fighter. Lewis just stands there, up on 1-2, flat foot on the other, taking a jab on the mouth. One of the few jabs that Marciano has landed. And Lewis has him off balance in that jab on the chin again. The brown bomber looks fit in there, there's no question about that. And Marciano is a game, hard-hitting kid. Marciano moving in on Lewis, feinting in the left hand. Marciano trying to get in with that lethal right hand, takes a pecking left hand on the nose. A light jab, another jab by Lewis. Marciano bangs the right hand to the body. Lewis is pacing himself apparently. It's a question whether the distance, if it goes that far, will take the toll of either fighter. 2 jabs on the chin by Joe Lewis. Lewis getting set to cock that right hand. Does cock it, ready to fire it. Takes an overhand right on the head by Marciano, who then pushes Joe into the ropes. Rocky moves into a bob and a weave now, away from a left hand. Lewis feints the left hand, takes a light left hook on the jaw by Marciano. Lewis, a hard jab on the nose again. That nose of Marciano bleeding once again. Another jab is short. Marciano counters with a solid right hand to the midsection of Joe Louis. Marciano in a crouch, pulls his way into a clinch. Louis pushes him away from him, misses a jab, takes a right to the body by Marciano. Marciano, a short right to the jaw by Joe Louis. Here's Marciano, also looking very serious about the whole thing. Crouching and then straightening up and missing a right over the head of Joe Louis. Louis pushing him away with about 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in this round 5 at Madison Square Garden. A hard smashing right to the jaw by Louis. Nailed Marciano on the way in, and Marciano himself scored with a right to the body. At the same time, Marciano misses a right thrown at the head. Louis backing away a little bit, spears out a left, spears out another. They're both short, and so is the third and the fourth. Marciano gets away from a right throw to his head and takes a light left hook to the jaw. Marciano misses a wild right throw to the head of Joe Louis. It's barely grazing the body. Louis stabs him with a left jab on the nose. Louis stabs that left to the body, takes a right that was a little bit low in there, and Louis covered up as he went into a clinch and pushed Marciano away from him. Marciano feints the left hand. Louis feints his left. Again, backing away from Marciano. Marciano, an overhand right to the head, and Louis counters with a hard right to the jaw. A left jab, another left hook to the mouth by Joe Louis. Louis stabs that left to the head, takes the right hand to the body by Marciano. Marciano's style is deceiving in there. He takes another jab and then shortens up and moves into Joe Louis, pumping a short right on the mouth of the ex-champion. Louis pushes him into the ropes. Marciano comes off it, digs away with a right hand to the body, and then a short pumping left hand on the jaw by Marciano. Louis backing away now, takes a hard right, swinging right to the jaw by Marciano. That's the bell. Round 7 it is. Louis dances out of there gingerly. Marciano coming on a little bit in the last round. Moves in on Louis. Marciano throws a right to the jaw, left hook to the mouth by Marciano. That's about the first combination he really threw tonight in quick succession, and both got in there to the chin. Louis spears him with the left hand, a hard jab on the mouth by Joe Louis, his best punch so far in this fight. There's a hard left hook to the body by Marciano, who was partially blocked by Louis. Louis spears him with that left jab on the nose again. Marciano, a moving target, a rolling target, takes a solid right to the jaw by Louis, a short, bristling right hand that nailed Marciano on the way in. But Louis is short with 3 jabs, a winging right to the jaw by Marciano. Louis rolling with the punch to break the fourth. Louis, 2 more jabs on his chin, a wicked right to the jaw, hurts Louis. A left hook drives him into the ropes, another right to the jaw by Marciano, and he's got Louis in trouble on the ropes. But he didn't seem to follow it up quickly enough. Louis spears out that left hand. Louis realizes he can't take any liberties with this boy from Mass. A solid right to the jaw by Joe Louis now. Rocky has still got that punching power. He comes back with a left hook to the mouth, pulls Louis against the ropes, brings in another left hand to the mouth. A right to the jaw by Marciano, and he pulls his way into Louis again. With less than 2 minutes to go in this round 7, Louis bangs back a hard right to the ribs of Marciano. Marciano brings in a right overhand to the head, takes a right to the body by Louis, a left hook to the mouth by Louis. Louis spears with that left jab and then takes a short pumping right to the mouth by Marciano. Marciano on the ropes above our microphone, moves off and out into a clinch. Then he takes a jab to the head. Marciano digs a vicious left hand to the body of Louis. An unprotected section, a right to the head by Marciano. And Louis a short right on the jaw of Marciano. And they stand head to head and shoulder to shoulder again. Marciano misses wild with a right, and Louis, trying to counter, also misses the right hand, but stabs 2 lefts on the nose of Marciano. A short right to the jaw by Louis as they work their way into a clinch. Marciano bobs and waves away from another left hand. He's setting Louis for that right. He digs it to the body, but it was the force was spent when it got in there. Louis, a wide stance, takes another right to the jaw by Marciano. Marciano pulls his way into a rope and digs the left that's blocked by Louis, who covers up nicely on the inside. Louis misses the left over the head, blocks another right in his body, and still they're above our microphone. Marciano, a short right on the jaw, another right high on the head by Marciano, and Louis 2 pumping right to the head, a left and a right to the jaw by Marciano as he forces Louis across the ring, a left hook to the mouth by Marciano. Now he's working his way in close. He blocks the right hand thrown to his body by Louis. Louis takes another left on the head, and Marciano misses the right hand, and round 7 is almost over. Marciano digs the left to the body, takes the right to the jaw by Louis. There have been no knockdowns. Al Burl hasn't had a thing to do with the knockdown timekeeper's table. A short right to the body by Marciano, another right in there by Marciano. And Louis belts him with a right hand to the ribs. A left hook to the mouth by Marciano, another left hook to the jaw by Marciano as he holds Louis against the ropes and belts him with an elbow that time. Brings up another left hook to the jaw, and Louis hurts him and staggers him with a left hook on the mouth. The round is almost over. There's the bell. Round 8 it is to move out in the center of the ring. Marciano moving in on him again, dancing up and down. Marciano comes in with a tuck on the chin. Then he pushes Lewis away from him. Dances up and down again. Lewis spears him with a hard jab, and Marciano is awkward as he throws his right hand, takes a vicious right to the body. A hard left hook on the mouth, a right to the body by Marciano that time. And both blows with vicious smashes that may have hurt. Lewis takes a right high on the head, and Marciano misses the left hand. Lewis backs under the rope. Marciano comes back at him, missing a left hand, working his way in close, taking a right chop on the jaw by Joe Lewis. Lewis just standing there now, watching Marciano bob and weave, looking for an opening. Lewis spears out a left at short. A jab on the nose has Marciano off balance. He pulls his way in with his head to Joe Lewis, and Lewis pushes him away with his forearm. Lewis feints the left hand, doesn't throw it, throws out a jab that's short, gets away from a left hook fired by Marciano. The latter going into a clinch with Lewis and pushing Lewis into the ropes over in Marciano's corner. Lewis moving out of there now. Marciano crouching a little bit, getting away from two jabs. A left hook on the mouth by Lewis. Lewis pumps a right to the body. Takes a hard left hand and then a hard right to the jaw by Marciano. Lewis gets away from a right uppercut thrown by Marciano. A minute and a half left to go, and this has been a fast round indeed. Marciano throws the right hand to the body and then pulls Lewis into a clinch above our microphone. Marciano feints the left hand, gets away from a left thrown by Lewis, digs the left to the body, and that's blocked. Lewis, a straight left hand on the jaw of Marciano. Lewis takes an overhand right to the chin, a solid punch, and then a right to the body by Marciano. Lewis comes back with a short right hand on the jaw. Lewis backing away with that wide stance again, feinting the left hand. Marciano going into a crouch, comes up, and Lewis is down for left hook. Lewis down for left hook, 3, 4. Lewis taking a count on 1 knee. 7, 8. Lewis is up at the count of 8. He was down from a clean left hook on the jaw. Here's Marciano missing a right over the head. A left hand, another right to the jaw. Left hook to the mouth by Marciano. Lewis is holding on. He's in real trouble. I've never seen him take a count like that before. He took that left hand on the chin. Marciano has Lewis holding him. Marciano misses the left. A short right to the jaw. Left hook to the mouth by Marciano. And Marciano is there with a left and a right to the jaw. He nails Lewis with a right to the head. A left to the body. A left hook staggers Lewis. Lewis is down again. Lewis is down outside the rope. It's all over. Ruby Goldstein is stopping the fight. Rocky Marciano is the winner by a knockout. The count had gone to 4 when Lewis was stopped. Here is Bill Clorham.
It was sensational, dramatic, and Joe Lewis is done with fighting. He is out, and his ring career, one of the most sensational in boxing history, is over.
Referee stops about the time. 2 minutes, 36 seconds on the 8th round. Winner, Rocky Marciano.
Lewis fought only exhibitions after that. As he himself summed up his knockout by Marciano, the reactions were not there. My age counted against me. The Brown Bomber fell October 26, 1951, in the big fight.